so nice that you take your time to meet with us today. So we know you're going through some really turbulent times now. Past 2 years, so many change. You moved to a completely new continent, to a completely different culture. What is moving you today? What are the things that you are occupied with the most time right now?
Survive. I'm just kidding. Well, the thing that I'm really doing now is collecting recommendation letters, all these things, because I will apply my own visa here in Germany. And this is taking a lot of time because I want to have enough documents and things to be approved. And at the same time, I'm handled with. I had a studio, and then I don't have anymore. So I'm handled with how to produce with headphones again, because I had this in the past, and now I'm trying to find a way to produce without feeling pain in my ear. And actually, I'm handled with a lot of things. We can write a book with all these things. Learning English, I will learn German. All these things in my mind.
So many projects, and we see also really great progress with your English. Super impressive. How did you do that? I heard 7 months. What are your tips and tricks?
I can't say this in this.
It's a secret.
It's a secret. Well, I think I spent my whole life thinking that I was not good enough to speak English. But I realized that when you need to do something, you simply do. You don't have this thing about, I'm not good enough. When you need to do something, you really do. And then I learned English in 7 months, and then I started to go to parties or for meetings that just had people speaking in English, and I was there like, okay, I need to speak English, And
how does it feel now? You can communicate with everyone.
I can, but sometimes I feel like now I'm feeling a little bit weird because this is my first interview in English.
Yeah, we made the first one. Yay! We're really happy about it.
I have to.
You're doing great.
Really, my heart's like.
That's wonderful. That's a wonderful feeling. Let's go back in time. And you were born in a smaller city in Brazil. What was the name of it?
Campo Mourão is a really small city in Brazil. Actually, it is 8,000 people.
Yeah.
And when I say this to German people, they say, wow, 8,000 is a really big city. No, come on.
Not in Brazil.
No idea. Brazil is huge, 8,000 is a really small city.
Yeah.
And then when I was 18, I moved to Balneário Camboriú. It's a city at the beach. I lived there for 2 years, and then I moved to São Paulo in 2011.
And now you're in Berlin, so do you feel more of like a city girl, like a big city girl, or do you say like smaller places is also something you could imagine in the future?
This is a funny thing because all the Germans say, oh, Berlin is so huge, and I am so like, São Paulo, we have 21 million,
Crazy.
It is really huge and chaotic. The public transportation didn't work there.
Yeah.
Doesn't work there. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, here in Berlin, everything works to me. The public transportation is perfect to me. Everyone is complaining about BVG. I am like, I love
BVG. Yeah. That's such a great marketing, right? Like very funny. Yeah.
I want the card for free because I'm paying the
really nice. Yeah.
So everything for me is perfect here because I think Berlin is 3 million.
Yeah,
is that
3.7.
3.7, so I don't know. Of course, it's a big city, but I came from São Paulo, so for me, it's a city that works,
Yeah.
And everyone say that Berlin is dirty, and I'm like, come on,
Yeah.
I can lead down on this street, This is really clean for me. I don't know.
So you started out as a VJ and then you became a DJ. First of all, I'm really fascinated by the concept of VJing. Mm-hmm. How is that? Do you always hear the music and then you have a vision how the visuals are supposed to be like? Where did you get your inspiration? How did it always work for you, for the visual artist?
I was always super visual. Do you remember this First generation of computers, when you have Windows 95 or 98. Do you remember this Windows? I don't know, because some people grew up with Mac, with Apple. I grew up with Windows. And I remember they have something that you could listen music, but I think this was 2000 something. You can listen music and see some visuals, but my visual thing started before that. I remember. Do you know when?
You mean the screensaver, when you would play it and then it's like making this crazy.
Do you know when you don't, when you're not using your computer and something starts? And I remember that they had a labyrinth. Do you remember this one that you can see a labyrinth, and then I remember that you could change the walls and the floors to something like fractal things, you know. And I did that. I was like, wow, this would be amazing in a party. And I was a kid. I've never been. How can I say? I've never been in a party. No, I was a kid. Yes, I was a kid, but I was
but you already had the idea.
I was like, wow, that would be great in a party, you know. And I had 10 years old, you know. But at the same time, my dream was always to be a DJ. I always had this, I want to be a DJ. Everyone came to me and said, what you want to be when you grow up? And I was like, I want to be a DJ. That was my...
Nice.
Always I had this. When I switched the VJ to DJ, was because I had so many... It is so hard to be a VJ, you can't imagine.
So is it easier to be a DJ for you?
It's easier. But you have more responsibility, because when you are a VJ, if you can't work, if something is wrong with the visuals, okay, the party is there, the music's there, exactly. But when you are the DJ, you have the responsibility of, you need to make everyone happy, and you know, and the responsibility is all in your hands, but the technical things is easier. Because being a VJ is always, you have so many problems, you know.
What do you think being a female DJ? How is it any different? Like, is being a female DJ, from your experience of your friends, you're obviously in the scene, a lot of also male DJs. Are there any differences? Is it the same struggle or not struggle, or same challenges or not?
It depends. I was talking with Eli Waza, and she's working with this, I think, for 20 years. And I think in the past was harder, you know, to be a woman on this. So I am the new generation of DJs. So I think I'm just enjoying what the women did in the past. They needed to broke things to open this space that I have now, you know. So I don't feel so much sexism. I really think that if you are a woman now, you have even more opportunities than a man. Just to be a woman, you know, you need to know how to, how can I say, take advantage of this, and don't put yourself in this position that like, oh, men, they have more opportunities. They have like this or no. I just believe that you need to work hard, do your things, you know, and. I don't know, I really believe that sometimes the doors are open for me, you know.
So you think that we're at the point now where the chances are equal?
I don't know if I can say equal, because maybe it's not. You know, I think it depends. We need to compare what is the biggest DJ, the man DJ now, and what is the biggest female DJ now. And then we need to compare the fees and realize what is equal, you know. Because maybe the biggest female DJ, she don't have the same. How can I say? She doesn't receive
the same level of.
I don't know because I really don't know who is the biggest one now.
I was just thinking about your latest post, and you have a very strong way of, like, you have all these challenges right now you're coping with. Do you have maybe tips and your recommendations for other people who are also maybe not in challenging situations in life? Like, what is it if you're sad or feel challenged? Like, what is it that helps you to continue to cope, to try to just go on your way?
I think the most important thing is find a way to make yourself calm. I don't know how to say that.
Calm down.
To calm down. You need to find a way that calm down, and you need to do this for yourself. So when I start to overthink about something, I start to think, okay, this is a period. Nothing is forever, because sometimes we have this panic attacks, like we feel that we don't have solution anymore and that will be like this forever. And no, we need to think that, okay, this is a period, or this is just a bad day, tomorrow is a new day,
Yeah.
You need to find a way to talk to yourself, like how you talk with your people that you love, You need to think about this. What advice you should give to a person that you love. So you need to do this to yourself, because you need to love yourself too, And sometimes we don't act. Sometimes we are the worst people with ourselves, Sometimes we are really lovely and kind with everyone, and then we need to handle with ourselves. We are completely assholes, with ourselves. And then this is something that you need to think sometimes, how I would act with someone that I love. So act like this with yourself, and say good things to you. Try to calm down, when you're overthinking or when you're sad. It's just a day, or it's just a month, or maybe it's a year. But this is not forever, and you need to believe that.
Yeah. It's really inspiring and really good, and I feel like right now a lot of people are often not quite happy but afraid to change something, because they are so they just have so much fear of the unknown. And I feel like your life is the opposite. You just go out there, it's all unknown, and you just say, okay, I'm just trying to do my best and we'll see if it will work.
My pants. What? I'm super afraid of this, but sometimes I simply don't have option.
But would you say then that it still works or not?
I think the best things are out of the comfort zone. But it is really hard to go to this unknown way,
Yeah.
I'm always do this really, really afraid, but you need to do that, and the doors open when you get through. I don't know how to explain that, from your fear. When you
get rid of your fear.
Yes, doors open,
Yeah.
And you should do that. Even if you're super afraid, I'm always afraid about everything, but you should do something about this. You can't close, to the world because you're afraid. You need to go there with afraid, and if everything go wrong, fuck off, you try again tomorrow,
What is happiness to you?
When you have nice friends, for sure. When you're feeling good with yourself, I don't know how to say that. When you
Happy with yourself?
when you accept yourself as you are, because we are full of imperfections, and when you realize that, okay, I'm not perfect, and that's okay. And so this is happiness for me. This is one of the happiness, and I think be rich is happiness too. Of course, because you have more freedom.
Sure.
This is happiness too. So that Brazilian people say that money doesn't bring happiness. Brings happiness.
Well, you do have to eat something, right? Sleep somewhere, and
Money brings happiness. Yes, you can travel. You can do a lot of things with money. But of course, good relationship, good finances.
Financial situation.
Yeah, good financial situation and mental health. This is happiness for me.
Nice. One more philosophical question, then I stop, I promise. What is the... Yes.
I was the best student in philosophy in my school because I don't know. Some people say to me, Annie, why you don't take drugs? And I say, you have no idea what is happening in this brain. I don't need it. I'm crazy enough.
I'm crazy enough. Okay. So, crazy enough, girl. What do you think? What is the sense of life?
I really believe that this is something that I almost did a tattoo in my hand yesterday because this is coming to my mind really strong in the past months. But do you know puzzle, the game?
Yes.
I realized that everyone is a piece of puzzle and we have several images, and we are the puzzle that fits. I don't know how to.
The piece that fits.
Yes, and we have a lot of images. Like you have a lot of situations in our life. Things like work, like relationship, like. So we are this piece of puzzle, and this is your place. And if you don't take this place, it will be missing because that's you. So you're part of thousands of kind of puzzles. You are this piece, and this image, these things are waiting you. So I think it is a question of time to you to find these things. That's why one thing that you need to think when you need to calm down to, because you have a lot of things that is waiting for you. You have your own space that is just for you. No one will take this place because no one is like your. It is not your
shape.
Your shape of the puzzle. And I'm with this. So I think we came here to do things that is just us can do. And if you are afraid of do that, no one will do, and you're not too. And something we're missing in this world, So I believe that we came here to do something to others, to ourselves, And we need to get out of this comfort zone and find our puzzles around the world,
That is beautiful. A really nice thought. I never saw or heard this way before, and very visual. Thank you very much. I'm going to leave it here. And thank you again very much for your time.